All right, guys, let's walk through the details on this amazing kitchen. Let's start here in this integrated fridge section. We have two Sub-Zero column fridges, a fridge and a freezer with these lovely nailed finish handles. On top, we have a lift up door. You can't really have a hinge door that's that big, and two doors that split would look kind of ugly against this large fridge panel. We've added a motorized Bloom Servo drive system so that when the door is up, you don't need to jump up or have a string on the back that you're pulling down. You just pull this button and it comes down. Actually, whilst we're here, let's have a look at the end of this island. We have a 10 by 10 shadowline detail on the waterfall that ties into this lovely aged brass looking Zeta power point. Little bit of a context switch, but as we come through, great coffee machine. Then we have our next and final brass element in the kitchen. It is a patina finish range hood done by Formanova. We've provided a substrate, beveled the edges, and then Formanova have wrapped the face and the sides in one piece of sheet metal that's been folded using their special R0 technique, which gives a super sharp, super low radius, super tight fold on the edges. And on the bottom, we have a laser cut brass piece that's mounted on the underside of that substrate to house the range hood as well as the LED extrusion. On the bench top here, we have some amazing Cristallo stone with an integrated flush mount Gaganel cooktop. We have drawers all the way through here with our favorite drawer matting that we love to use, and some amazing spice inserts in those drawers. Coming through, we have oven tower and a door that takes us into a services area. Do you want to come around this way? On the edge of the door, we have a vertical finger pull. We've used a 27mm thick material so that once we do this rebate, we have a lot of depth in there for a nice functional and ergonomic finger pull. We've used a 6mm backing piece that's been rebated into the back of the door and glued in before it's all edged down the side with one bit of edge tape, and that's how you get this lovely finger pull detail. At the end of the kitchen here, we have a pantry unit, two doors, with a bevel finger pull on the underside, vertical LED lighting inside with U-shaped shelving, and the doors have a reed switch sensor in that so that when the door closes, the light switches off. Below we have drawers, and because the width of this bottom drawer front is larger than 1200, we've actually had to press some 1300mm wide laminate within our factory so that we can get this out of one sheet and ensure that all the doors are still grain matched. If we come back around now to the island, let's have a look at this detail. We have a notch out here for a GPO. When your plugs are in there, because of that setback, they won't interfere with the back of the drawer, and we'll have this little powder coated piece that will cover this bit of raw particle board. With the drawer closed, you'll notice that there is a notch in this finger pull rail, and that's so that any cords can come through there without holding your drawer front ajar, so you can have whatever appliances or whatever you have plugged into that power point on the island bench. Now coming through, we have a bin, and on top of the bin, an inner drawer just to house your whatever you want to put in there. But it's a good use of that space that would otherwise be wasted. We have two dishwashers, and as we head to the end dishwasher, because it is quite a tall appliance and it needs to fit under this stone apron as well as accommodate a finger pull rail, we have integrated the finger pull backing rail into a thicker 25mm thick 2-pack front with a bevel edge on it. That way, when the door is closed, the door is flush with the adjacent joinery panel, and the backing finger pull rail is also flush while still giving you a deep finger pull recess so that you have a nice functional grip. Really, I think that is our kitchen. I mean, the story here is you've got this amazing brass rangewood centerpiece, incredible functionality, and this huge island bench.